tell me what you think the ETF industry will look like. It's just seen extraordinary growth and survived massive volatility this year and come out really well. Do you think what should firms be looking at as we advance in the investment industry?
Yeah, I think it's going to be. I think the growth will continue, and I think you're going to see sort of the new set of kind of what I was saying before about the quantity versus quality, and I think the wisdom trees of the world and amplifies and foresides, and I think Wilshire will be in that mix. Will become the leaders as we move into the next decade, and kind of not join the kind of the race to zero, is what I call it. I think there'll be a lot more ETFs that continue to exist, but when there's so much choice, it's quite confusing for investors. And again, I think it's just about putting out products that are good for investors and that are meaningful at the time, and that sort of go with the by the time you create a thematic ETF, it's already too late, right? I mean, the theme has already been developed, right? So it's a great way to get exposure and kind of reduce volatility at the same time than buying an individual equity. One I really like is TAN, which is a solar ETF. I think I really like it too because it has a fantastic ticker. But I think if you look at the basket, and then you look at the individual, just as an example, is the individual equities in there. You don't run the volatility of the ETF is quite lower than the individual equities themselves, either individually or as a whole, and you don't run the risk of sort of one company on earnings going down 10% in one day, and you're holding kind of 20 equities. It's not really what's it going to go down a point or something. So that's why I think ETFs are great too. But I think, in the next few years, we're going to see different structures. Hopefully others will, follow our lead in creating more meaningful and thoughtful structures. And I think, around clean energy, genomics, sort of the silver generation Y, I think will be more, or is it Z? I don't know. I have all the acronyms now, but I think they're essentially going to be more disruptive than millennials and how they enter the workplace right now. And read something interesting the other day that by 2025, there's going to be more people over the age of 65 than there is children under the age of 5. So more grandparents than there is grandchildren. So sort of I think of it, the silver economy is something to look out for, which
a big driver.